9:23, Memorial Day usually signifies the start of summer with hot, sunny days, but you want to relax by the pool, and what better way to do a little side treat than watermelon? Here with the creative spin on the classic treat is Lynn Krieger with Roots and Bulbs, and I have to say, you're the first in 14 months to be in the live Fox 8 kitchen. Feels good to be back in the kitchen.
I'm so glad to be back.
Good,
yeah.
good. All right, so, we go to the store.
Yes.
And I can't pick a great watermelon. I mean, you thump it, you try and look at it.
Right.
How do you get the best watermelon without cutting into it and tasting it?
They do frown on that, don't they?
They do, yeah.
So I grew up with a thump. If
Okay.
it sounds hollow, it
Right.
should be sweet, but every now and then you end up with a dud. So I did some research. There's actually 4 ways you can look at a watermelon in the grocery store to see if it's ripe. One of the easiest is this spot right here called the field spot.
Okay.
And this is where the watermelon actually sits in the field so it doesn't get any sun.
Right.
If this spot is still white, it's not ripe yet, so you're not going to have a lot of flavor.
Okay.
This one is nice and yellow. It can even get almost orange, and that's how you know that all those sugars have really developed in the watermelon.
I never looked at the field spot. I would always look at the green, but that's really the important part because
I always thought this was a bad thing.
yeah, me too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, it really didn't,
Right.
Yeah.
But no, so if it's yellow, it's good.
Okay.
If it happens to still have the stem on it, you want the stem to be dried out. You don't want it to be green because
Right.
dried out will show you that it's ripe as well.
Sure.
And then one other thing is these little brown spots on here are called the webbing.
Okay.
This one doesn't have a lot of webbing, but sometimes it can stretch out really far. And what that actually tells you is a lot of bees pollinated that flower. And the more pollen it got, the sweeter it's going to be.
wow.
All right.
All right, so I go to the store, I pick a dud.
You
What do I
pick a
do with
dud.
it? What do I do with it?
You juice it and you make watermelon pudding.
Ah, okay.
I know. It's actually a Sicilian dessert called Jello de Melone.
Oh, well, I'm going to let
Right.
you say that.
I half butchered it. So good. Now, what you want to do is run this in the blender, take the big seeds out if you've got it, and then
Okay.
put it through a strainer like this so
Sure.
you get all the pulp out.
Okay.
And I've got my watermelon juice simmering right here. And once it starts to simmer, it is going to separate a little bit. Don't let that scare you. The red's going to rise up and you're going to have a lot of clear water.
Okay.
And this pudding couldn't be easier because it's really just fruit juice thickened with a little sugar and cornstarch.
Okay.
That's what I've got right here. I'm going to add that in slowly, or do you want to add that in
Yeah,
slowly for
yeah.
me? Add it in a little at a time. I'm going to whisk. And what you guys are going to see is this. Oh, wait. You know what? I did? Y'all, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I forgot. And you know how I know I forgot? It's because this cornstarch is starting to clump up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What you should do to prevent your cornstarch from clumping up is to add a little bit. 14 months out of the live kitchen will do it to you guys.
Hey, we
Yep.
forgive you.
All right, so let me whisk in this cool watermelon juice first. And you can see that's not clumping up at all.
Right. So that gets
So-
the texture that you need.
Right, it'll break up all the clumps in the cornstarch. So when we do add it to the warm
There you
watermelon juice right there you go, it thickens up like so, and it's gonna smooth out.
go. Just to let you know, about 45 seconds.
Awesome. So this you let simmer for just 3 or 4 minutes.
Yep.
Pull it off when it's done, add a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of vanilla, and then put it in a beautiful clear container.
And you know what? You take your little, look at this.
Oh, see, I've got them all working for
I
me.
know, look at this.
That's
Oh.
a trick I picked
You
up
have
along the way.
all the different chocolates
So Bruce
and-
is using a vegetable peeler to shave some dark chocolate on top that looks like the little watermelon seeds. And then all along the rim, some rough cut green pistachios, which kind of represents the rind. Sicilian cooking loves their representation and symbolism, right?
Absolutely. That looks wonderful for summer.
In the refrigerator for about 4 hours, done. And it's just as fresh and delicious as a slice of watermelon.
Sounds great. All right, Lynn
Awesome.
Krieger from Roots and Bulbs. We appreciate it, and good to be back in the kitchen.
Thank you. Good to see you.
All right, you as well. All right, well, coming